Hello, hello. I am Jeannie Savage. I am the strategic bookkeeper. You can find me at the strategicbookkeeper.global. And after 13 years in practice, I shared my secrets to success in a tell-all book and a companion podcast. I run free training events. And I also have a program. The entire project, the Strategic Bookkeeper project, is going viral. I really do think it is a testament to the impact of it. And it's really lovely for me because it was some years ago that I really, when I reflect on my own story, I had this deep desire and kind of this knowing, like I knew that I wanted to package up everything that I had created to reach out to others around the world and to help them in the same way that I'd been able to help myself. And it was I felt like a crazy scientist at times. And so now that it has gone viral and people are getting so much out of it, I'm so heartwarmed because I remember a time when I said to myself, if I'm wrong about this, if I'm wrong about my purpose, I've never been so wrong. And in today's video, what I actually reached out to Kelly Berger and I asked her, Kelly, would you jump on the video with me? Because I reached out to Kelly just before I launched my program. And because I felt like there could be some synergy between us, and I was definitely right. And so today, Kelly actually and I have a beautiful partnership. And it was only yesterday in my implementer, someone asked me a question, and I said you should probably ask Kelly Berger about that, right? So we work in harmony together. And today I want to introduce Kelly and explain why we work together, how we work together, and how you can leverage Kelly and level up with Kelly. So I'd like to introduce Kelly, which most of you will know, but I'm going to read a bit about Kelly from my screen and what I know about Kelly. So Kelly, like me, is a registered BAS agent, bookkeeping veteran, and management accountant who is passionate about the finance industry. Kelly wants to see a collective and collaborative industry working together to create better BAS agents, tax agents, bookkeepers, and accountants. Kelly supports and educates within the industry and enjoys seeing her fellow bookkeepers and accountants excel and succeed. Like, I can see why we have so much in common. Kelly was awarded Mentor of the Year in 2022 from the Australian Accounting Industry Awards. She has a love of the industry and the people in the industry. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Awesome. And thank you for giving me your time today. So basically, and everyone, I am referring to my notes. I love to respect material and respect the audience, okay? So right now I've actually got here a little about Level Up with Kelly. So I've told you about myself. I've told you about my story. I'm a real checklist girl, right? So basically what I want to do now, I'll start with the end in mind. So if you love what I'm doing, and I know that there's a lot of buzz around it, and you decide to join my program, if you join through Kelly Berger, you're able to get something called Level Up with Kelly. Now, it's conservatively valued at $1,500. Okay, so it's really easy to get a great return on investment from that. Okay, so in the Strategic Bookkeeper Transformation Program, technical skills is kind of where I end. Yeah. So if I was teaching you the technical, my head would explode. Because I'm already teaching you enough around brand, marketing, selling, advisory, and more. And so where the synergy between Kelly and I really, really comes into play is Kelly's passion for advisory, but also the way that she supports bookkeepers with the technical side of things, which I will be nudging Kelly to do more and more. And I nudged yesterday. They're like, yeah, we're reaching out to Kelly. Poor Kelly's like, oh my goodness, I got more people to support with more stuff. So the way Kelly and I work together will evolve as well. Okay, so think technical skills and advisory. Okay, so the next thing I'll let you know is what you get through Level Up with Kelly. And I think of some of the outcomes you get, but basically you'll get 12 months if you join our program through Kelly. Okay, so if you're thinking of joining, then you will get the 12 months access to Level Up with Kelly. You get a suite of resources in her academy, okay, and support in her private paying members community. And I know her advisory stuff is great. And in my program, we're seeing bookkeepers kick big goals with advisory. So don't underestimate it. And then no matter where you are in your bookkeeping practice journey, like you're a new bookkeeper, you've been in practice a while, Kelly's going to be more and more supporting you with the technical skills. And so I was thinking about questions I had for Kelly, and I'm going to ask them now so we can all kind of find out more. So the key, and I just want to mention the key problems that bookkeepers face tend to be, and I know Kelly, you'll be like thinking about these. So how do I find, onboard, and retain clients without price as a priority? Like, I actually think almost every problem fits into that. Like, the reason why we do what we do is for that. So that's brand marketing, sales, and systems. Okay. So technical bookkeeping job, being better and better technically, it won't be the difference between success and failure. However, deliver a remarkable service must be at the heart and soul of what we do, right? You know, like you can't be selling snake oil, so to speak. So we all need support in this area. Okay. So what I'd love to know from Kelly is who are you passionate about serving? Like, is it every bookkeeper? Is it the new bookkeeper? Is it the bookkeeper it's been in practice forever? Tell us about the who.
Yeah, so the who is anyone, any bookkeeper at the beginning or, midway through their journey or even towards the end of their journey. I mean, we cover so many basic skills for management, such as job costing and budgeting and those kind of things. But we also talk about the exit strategy, the crisis plan, those practical things that you need in your practice so that you've got an end goal in mind. And then we get into the technical stuff like, Square and Stripe and all the e-commerce stuff that's coming out and the clearing accounts, which I've just added to the Level Up with Kelly. So, yes. So we've got a lot of things coming through, and, if people need help in those areas, Level Up with Kelly is where, you're going to get it and through this program.
Oh, there's just so many places it can go. That's what, now I remember, right? That's what I was asked about Square and Jeannie, and I said, well, maybe ask Kelly Berger. I keep saying, ask Kelly Berger.
I know how to deal with all those payment services. Oh my God, they're a pain in the bum, but I've dealt with a lot of them now, so I understand them.
Yeah, and the great thing is I know that when one person wants something, everyone does. So Kelly can go away and create some academy content and some stuff that you can have at your fingertips 24/7 to solve these problems. So you can see how the synergy happens, because I'm saying, well, I don't want to create a whole lot of how to navigate Square. Again, my head will explode. And so that's what I thought, Kelly, that you really, it sounds like you are the every bookkeeper. And the other thing is, I'm just looking at, because then I was actually thinking, all right, so I feel like Kelly can help every bookkeeper. You've just come out of your Cert 4 or you're 20 years in. Because I remember saying to myself once about technical skill, it was like, okay, it's okay to let our clients know that there is so much to know and understand that it is impossible for one bookkeeper to actually know and specialize in everything. However, we have the base acumen to very quickly do our CPE, our continued professional education, to learn what we need to know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's why we need to price as businesses and not as employees, because it's actually on us to do this education.
That's right. And it counts towards CPE. So that's really important for us on TBB. That's right. It all counts to CPE as well. And the more that, we add and the things that you need, we've got a private Facebook group. So if you need something and I can create it, I will.
That is incredible. And I think, yes, I was thinking that. So in my program, like the advisory section counts as CPE and there's other bits, but with Kelly, every single minute of what she does counts as CPE, and we know how onerous that is. I'm looking at my own CPE calendar since the hours requirement increased, and it's like, so I'll be leveraging Kelly to improve, to increase my CPE hours. And so if you're looking for an easy way to increase your CPE, absolutely.
Yep. And it's all practical. Everything that I do is practical in nature.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's another big one, isn't it? When it's practical in nature, because so many times, and there's nothing you can't ask Kelly and just say, Kelly, I don't get it. I know I meant to, but I don't get it. Yeah. So the other thing is I was thinking, well, where are the people that Kelly serves? And I know that Kelly's a registered BAS agent, but outside the tax system, there's just double entry accounting. So realistically, there are a lot of, like, advisory has nothing to do with taxation, really. So Kelly has the potential to help it. I think, what do you think, all around the world?
Oh, absolutely. Look, a lot of this stuff can be used all around the world. It's not just specific for our laws. So yeah, it's definitely transferable across the world.
Yeah, great. And then I always ask myself, it's like the who, the where, the why. And I know a lot of the reasons, but what are some of the things that you think around? I know there's the CPE. I know there's the opportunity to, as I like to say, find new business. Let's remove find new clients with find new business, because a conversation. So here's a great synergy between Kelly and I. Kelly has amazing advisory tools, and I have some advisory in there for you as well. But then I will help you with drive demand and desire for what Kelly gives you the mechanics and the tools to deliver. So, just tell us anything else about what you're offering up bookkeepers that you think you want them to know about.
Another part of it is the rescue plan. So, the checklist of making sure that you cover off every aspect of finding those trouble spots in that rescue job. I've done a lot of work over the years, so I've got a beautiful checklist for you to go through and utilize when you're doing those rescue jobs, and what to look out for.
Oh, I love this, because I specialize in rescue catch-up work, and it's a lot of bookkeepers are avoiding it, and I get it. It's horrible, and I would love to think Kelly and I could collaborate in the future and run some events on that, etc. Because look, we need to be out there helping people with this, don't we?
So many business owners feel like they can do it all themselves, and then they get themselves into a right pickle, and then they don't know where to go. And if the bookkeeper can say, well, I can see the problems here, and here, yes, that's fixable, or no, I'm sorry, it's not, we need to start a new file, then at least they know categorically whether it's fixable or not. And then they've got a starting point by using those checklists.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Now, so that dazzles me, because for me, like I say about catch-ups and rescues, don't try this at home without parental supervision. Yeah. I've had more than one bookkeeper call me in tears.
Oh, look, I've had a lot of bookkeepers call me and just go, how do I do this? And that's part of my mentoring, my one-on-one sessions, is that if you've got a rescue job, you just book a session on my website, and then I can go through it with you and use the checklist and find those errors and figure out whether, yes, it's savable or no, it's not. As I said, many years of doing the work.
Yeah, and hot tip, that's chargeable to your clients. Like, we're selling, I hope we're all selling outcomes, not hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, actually, in my productized service for the first part of a rescue job, I tell them they'll get 3 to 4 hours of planning. So we charge 1,095 plus GST for the first block, and that includes 3 to 4 hours of planning, which realistically, the planning starts the minute I answer the phone, right? I mean, why should that be free, right? So answer the phone, do the needs analysis, start putting my thinking cap on. This is all part of it. But that mentoring with Kelly can form part of that. So if you want to charge out that 1,095, and it's higher than what you're used to charging out, and they get maybe 10 hours with a senior, or 10 hours of your time plus this planning section, can make it really competitive and great value, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and probably the very last thing I want to know is, so if bookkeepers are thinking about joining the transformation program and coming in through you, so they get Level Up with Kelly, what happens when they join? I know we send you their details. And then what happens?
And then they get an email from me inviting them to the Circle program, which is my base of where I've got all my programs. And then I invite them via email through to the Facebook group, and then we start the conversation. They start the course, they start the conversation.
Okay, fantastic. And any kind of comments you're getting from participants of the program that you wanted to share?
Yeah, so our first meeting was just last night. And so we went through, what is coming up and what's being about to be released. And also I went through all of my other programs that I've already got in works in progress. And they just said, oh, well, we need this, we need that, we need this. So they were able to tailor make it to what they need. And that's, I'm adding in things, bits and pieces here or there, but they also, get the opportunity, if they've got any questions, they can pop it into the Facebook group. And if I can get someone to come and have a guest speaking spot with them and have a chat to them about things, like they're looking for cybersecurity experts. So, I'll source the expert to, do a webinar with the group and those kind of things. So if you need something, you let me know and I'll try and make it happen.
Yeah, that's the thing with these organic evolving programs. We get to serve up based on whatever our needs, right? Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, if you are looking at joining my program, you want to reach out to Kelly and say, Kelly, I want to join through you so I get Level Up with Kelly, okay? And then Kelly will give you a special link that allows you to join, the benefits of which are that you are going to level up technical and advisory. So both Kelly and I are going to help you get a massive return on investment. I mean, within the first 6 weeks, we are seeing bookkeepers making thousands. Like a lot of my bookkeepers have made back. Yes, it's incredible. I know Kelly's in my program as well, and she's seeing all the comments come through, and it's like, oh,
coming to get
amazing.
certified and finishing the program and just being absolutely wrapped with where they've gotten to just in a short time. It's just been amazing. Good results.
Yeah, and imagine smashing your CPE an hour a week even with Kelly, and then you've got your 50 hours in a year. And I think CPE cannot be undervalued here.
No,
yeah. All right, well, we'll keep this short and sweet. Thank you so much, Kelly, for your time.
Thanks, Jeannie.